I am here in Sapa, Vietnam, in an attempt to hike the highest mountain in Indochina in one single day with no experience. Good morning everybody, it is currently 4:45 in the morning and I am being picked up shortly to head to the base of the mountain to start the hike. Unfortunately I didn't get much sleep last night because there was a very heavy thunderstorm. The lightning was constantly flashing into the room and to be honest it didn't stop until about 30 minutes ago. So let's see how the lack of sleep and the soaking wet mountain plays into all of this today. I am meeting my guide at the top of the road and we will set off. So, here's the plan. Depending on the pace, it should take around 6 hours to summit. The route we would be taking will bring us to two main rest points. Camp 1 for a short break, then Camp 2 for lunch. After this, we would aim for the summit. 25 minutes, okay. Just a short 25-minute drive away, we arrived at the base of the mountain.
This way we have a camp.
Okay.
Camp 1 and camp 2. We have a lunch at the camp 2.
This is the start of the hike now up to Fansipan. 11.2 kilometers. Let's get cracking. We're not that far in. You can already hear my breath going. At the moment it's kind of steep bits up. But then it goes flat and down, so not too bad now. Let's see at which point my legs turn to jelly. Wow. At the moment we're 30 minutes in maybe. There's some very steep uphill climb bits and to be fair my breath's going at them points. There's very heavy thunderstorms, there's puddles and that everywhere, so I felt the first bit of water get into my shoe. It's not too bad at the moment. Breath's going now. This bit's very steep. First bit of struggle. I can feel the pain in my quads as you're forcing yourself to go up, and it hasn't stopped yet. It's worth it for them views though. I took a couple of stops to catch my breath and hydrate at the tops of some of the steep sections. Little did I know, this wasn't even the hard part yet. Probably about an hour and a bit in now. I don't know how good my pace is, so I've got no idea if we're earlier or later than the 6 hours so far. But I don't really want to find out either. Some of these sections have stairs that the rangers have built into the side of the mountain, and other sections are just steep, random stuff that you have to clamber up. And now we are at some huts. I'll find out from Sue what they are. Shh, I'm trying to record. And here are all my fans. No signatures. Camp 1. Okay. Yes.
About 2 hours and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. I don't think they're impressed with my impression. What's happening, people? So this is our first proper stop. This is called Camp 1. We're not stopping here for long because we're heading up to Camp 2, which is another 2 hours and a half away, and we're going to have a lunch there before carrying on. We've done about an hour and a half so far. It's 7:30. There are some very steep bits and it gets you very out of breath, and the fact I don't know when they're going to end is a little bit of a struggle because I don't know whether to stop for a break or carry on depending on how far they go. So we'll carry on to Camp 2, 2.5 hours, and I'll check in with you on the way. Hello. Maybe not that one. And off we go to Camp 2, 2 hours and a half. Let's get cracking. Just so you lot know as well, that behind me there, you can't really see the peak, but it's the top of the mountain. So we're nowhere near yet. So as we're walking along this flat bit, just to put this into perspective for you on my hiking ability, which realistically I don't have any. The highest I have actually hiked was last year, and that was Snowdon, which is in Wales in the UK, a beautiful country of nature as well, next door to England, for those of you that don't live in the UK. Snowdon is just over 1,000 meters high. This mountain is almost 3 times the size of the highest I have hiked so far. Looks like the edge now. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind. We're not in cover anymore. The drop down there, the mountain up there. This is stunning, absolutely stunning. I think I'd much rather it go up steep and then flatten off. You're putting in progress and work, and then you're coming down a little bit and you're like, oh, I've got to do that again. Some big steps to push yourself up on. My whole body's leaning forward, my knees coming up to my chin when I'm stepping up. I'm definitely not going to be able to walk tomorrow. That was difficult. Yeah, me and my brother, we hiked a mountain in England. Not as big as this. It was like 1,000 meters. But we went out and it was raining. Oh, so bad. So bad. We was walking like this. Oh, it's just blowing in your face. It's horrible.
Heavy rain, yeah?
Oh, heavy, very heavy. We stand at the top and look. See the stairs up there? That looks steep. Steep down first always means steep back up. Just taking a couple of extra breaks up this bit because the stairs are very steep. I can feel it in my quads. This bit's very difficult, but at least we're making some height. Deep breathing. It's very hard. My quads are definitely a little jacked up now. This is where it gets a bit awkward because it's so steep all the way back down, and we've just come up so steep, which means we've then got to hike all the way up that. These downhill bits are starting to get on my nerves. Why do we have to go down? Why down after all that work? Just kind of cancelled out the hard work we've done on one bit by coming all the way down, and then we're going to climb back up one-handed. I say doing it one-handed, Sue's doing it with no hands, so that's ridiculous. Holy hell, them ladders are steep. I don't know how it looked looking down, but that's hard. See, the rock bit slows your pace down a little bit anyway. It's more like a climbing. But these stairs that we're coming up to, these are steep and horrible. These steps can F off. Dying. Nearly 3 hours in, I think. By this time, me and my brother had actually reached the top of Snowdon. I'm gonna lie, it seemed a lot easier at the start, and then as you get further into it and you're doing the really steep up, steep down, steep up, it gets a lot more difficult and a lot more harsh on some of your legs. Breathing's going, my lungs aren't burning too much yet. Okay, 5 minutes I can do. Let's get to the camp. What's happening, people? So we're now at camp 2. I don't know whether this is like the halfway mark or whatever. To be honest, I'm pretty scared to ask because some of that's been an absolute killer. Going up the steps is actually the hardest bit that the rangers have built into the side of the mountain. They're quite a big distance from each other, so you're proper putting pressure on your quads as you're going up, like really big steps and lunges. It looks intimidating when you actually look up because there's like a mountain here that we've got to hike up and round into, and then the Fansipan peak is actually all the way over there, high up into the mist and the clouds, so you can't even see the peak yet. just spoke to an American guy that's just ahead of me on the hike. He started just before me, and he said he's feeling it more in the elevation sort of side of it.
The walking isn't that bad, but at this elevation that we're not accustomed to, that's like, for them this is light, you know.
I've noticed.
Too, he's just hauling up this mountain up, puffing and puffing. I thought I was in pretty good shape, but
I'm gonna go and get some lunch and some power. Hopefully give the legs a little bit of a rest, so when we start up again I can go for a little bit longer, but at the moment it looks very, very intimidating. So I just sat on this tiny little step to empty some stones and stuff out of my shoe, and I got cramp in my hip, so that's a good sign of what's to come. And here we go, up on the second part. So ever since we've come out of Camp 2, I've realised I'm coughing a little bit more. Wondering if that's the altitude starting to get to you a little bit now. That's a new thing for me, because I haven't experienced anything like that before. Breathing's definitely getting more difficult now. It's not just the legs, the breathing's definitely playing a part.
2,900 meter high now.
Okay.
Yeah, so now we go down.
Okay. How far down do we go roughly?
How far?
How far meters down to go?
100.
So them bits there where the cables go past, I think for the cable cars, is 2,900 meters. So only a few hundred meters off the top height that you reach. But as always, we've got to go down again. But Zoo said it's 100 meters down, which I suppose doesn't sound like a lot in the majority of it all, but it's like you're nearly there, you've just clinched it, and then they're like, nope, you get to go all the way back down to the bottom and then all the way back up again. We're going down so far, all that work. Feels like we're taking away all the work that we've done so far. 100 meters my arse. And now it looks like the journey back up begins. I'm not looking forward to this. It's so far we've come down, so far. This is really disheartening. We've gone up again, and then it's so far down again. Back up we go. Up, up, up. Walking, holding on. My greatest nemesis. Stairs. I'm just using the railing as stability for a bit of balance. I'm not putting much weight on it because a couple of the railings I've leant on already have come out the ground. I've nearly gone head over heels. So how much I trust it? Not a lot. Wow. It's never ending. All that climbing down equals all this climbing up. Push through. Oh, cable car. That's my easy way down. Everyone in Camp 2, or the people, I hear all of them saying, we take the cable car down. Everybody. We climb and climb, scrambling up rock faces, almost crawling, it's that steep, heading deeper into the clouds and the fog. I'm liking the sound of them motors. Must be meaning we're getting closer. This is where I find out this is just the first stop for the cable cars, and it's like halfway or something stupid. There's a path. Oh my god. A real life path. Oh my god. Bunch of steps to go up, but I think I can hear people. I'm hoping. I think this is it. I think it's it. If we get up these steps and find out there's loads more to go, I think I'm done. I think I'll have had it. Is this it? Maybe. Hopefully. Are we there? So the peak is steps like this, or?
Yeah.
Okay. I think even these steps are killing me now. Another little twist. We're not quite there yet. So it is like this all the way up now, but to get to the peak is another 20 minutes. So a lot more climbing, a lot more killer on the legs. It's gonna be hard. We've come this far. We can do it. Shortcut. Shortcut. I like the sound of that. This is killing me. So close. Each set of steps feels like it should be the top, but no, it just keeps going and going. This is top. Woo! Oh, we made it. We made it. We are at the top, the highest mountain in Indochina at 3,143 meters. We made it. My legs feel like jelly, but we got here. I'd show you the view, but you can't really see anything anyway. This is probably the biggest challenge that I have undertaken so far, and I plan to do bigger ones, different adventures, more stuff along the way, so I hope you tune in for all of them as well. But for now, I'm well chuffed. We did it. It was very difficult and touch and go at some points, but we're here. We made it. What a great adventure, and my best challenge yet. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay up to date with me as I travel around the world on more epic adventures, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.